Okay, so I'm going to do a video rundown of all the mods that we've done to the 74 Bronco since about November of 2013. It's been down. Just got it running today. I'll have a little video of that attached as well. Basically, we did a 5-liter swap from a 2000 Explorer. Used the engine, the 470W transmission, and the wiring harness from the Explorer. Stripped all of the emissions and unneeded transmission circuits that I won't be using from the harness, and had EFI guy on classicbroncos.com deprogram those pieces, those circuits from the PCM so it doesn't look for them. Use Sanderson headers with the swap since it does have GT40P heads. The JBA headers I had did not work any longer. Champion radiator. You can see the wiring harness that I installed is a easy wire harness that I completely built to my needs. Wired in the winch itself down here. The cooling fan all's wired into the harness like it should be, as well as the circuit for the transmission cooler fan down here as well. I made this spacer for the cooling shroud, for the fan shroud for the radiator, so that the Explorer fan can kind of sit down inside of the shroud. It's not very far in, only about a ½ inch or so, but when I ran it, it cooled at a steady 185 for about 30 minutes or so, just sitting idling. So I'm pretty happy with that. Also used the battery junction box from the Explorer. Rewired it so that it kind of fit my needs. You can see the couple of the circuits, the relays that are in there. Added one for the rock lights, added one for high and low beam on the headlights, and the engine cooling fan as well. So all those relays are in one place. Don't have things kind of spread out across the engine bay and all over the fenders and everything else. Used one of the bulkhead connectors from the Explorer to pass the wires through the firewall. Also under the hood you can see the vents. These are motorcycle crankcase breathers that I use for both the engine and transmission, the transmission and transfer case, and the front differential over there in the corner. Also ran metal lines from the 470W transmission up to the cooler instead of the rubber lines that were running up the passenger frame rail and all the way around the front to the cooler. So there's the engine bay. Yeah, I guess the only other thing of note is actually not hooked up. You can see the turn signal lights right there that have not been hooked up yet. It was kind of an afterthought for the Mach 1 hood scoop that I put on there.